Natural hair doesn't suit everybody. Relaxed hair grows faster than natural hair. Natural hair is too expensive to manage. Natural hair takes literally 10 hours on wash days. Natural hair doesn't make you look professional. And the worst of it all is that Chloe of BBN will never let you into her party with your natural hair.
Don't bring your natural hair to my event.
All of these are all of the myths I had before transitioning into natural. Did I experience this? Yes. Yes, I experienced some of it. Do I regret transitioning? Well, I guess we'll be finding out in this video as I will be showing you some of the challenges that I faced, especially in the first phase of transition, how I was able to deal with two textures at the same time, and the best part of it all will be what I've been doing so far to my newly transitioned hair in order to keep it beautiful and healthy. First of all, I had hair that got people confused as to whether I was natural or relaxed, and that was because I was texturized. This time was about 3 months into my transition, and one of the compulsory challenges you will encounter whether you are doing a big chop or transition has to be the first texture of your hair when going natural. Just like you can see in this video, the first texture was exactly as it looked: brittle, ugly, hard, no curl pattern. I genuinely was panicking until I found out during the course of my research that the hair follicles begin to produce scab hair once you start to use chemicals constantly, like relaxers. This is when the hair follicles grows out hair with a protective coating, and this is in a bid to protect your hair against this chemical, if you get me. But then when you stop to use this chemical, there's also a signal that also goes back to the follicle saying, okay, this chemical has stopped being in use. At some point, the hair begins to come out naturally, and this was about a year and 8 months. It happens to be taking this long because I had quite a bit, I had a long hair. And I know you might be wondering, okay, why not just do a big chop? But if you do a big chop, your hair will be short. If you're like me, you just like the idea of having a long hair. Here's how I managed to survive taking care of two textures at the same time. I'll say the biggest thing I did was when I did these 6 months cornrows. I also did these 3 months box braid to always put my hair in protective hairstyles as often as I could. The whole aim was to manipulate less often, and I tell you, my hair has never grown longer all my life. I also became more patient in handling my hair during wash days, just so that I can give these two different textures different kind of love that it deserves. I learned to make my own hydrating, mild, sulfate-free shampoo, and I already have a video of that up in my channel. We all know that sulfate is very drying and damaging to the hair. Using sulfate at this time is literally the last thing you should be doing. Here comes the big question of the day. Do I regret going natural? Well, we all know that both natural and relaxed hair grows at the same rate. The only problem with relaxed hair is that it breaks off more easily, as natural hair is structurally stronger than relaxed hair that is well cared for. And this is because no matter how you care for your relaxed hair, it doesn't change the fact that the relaxer has already broken down the proteins in the hair fiber, leaving the hair weak and prone to damage. So yes, when it comes to hair health, natural hair would always win, as if relaxer is not properly applied and cause scalp issues and still damage the strands of the hair. When I was texturized, for instance, my scalp was always getting burnt because I had a very soft scalp. When you are applying and you are just here, you just started here, you got here, my scalp is already hurting. That was not even the worst damage that I got. My edges were, almost not there before. So the relaxer worsened the whole thing, and then it started to get really weak and started to disappear. So no, not for a second have I ever regretted going natural. Even though I did a big chop in the process of transitioning, is because I got really bored, and I've decided to prioritize health over length moving forward. How I get my hair looking this healthy? Well, all I can say is that a lot of people rush into using oils and products. Well, all of these things they are doing is called moisturizing. But then they keep ending up with this dry, probably shorter hair. And then they wonder why. Well, this is because they are neglecting a very important step that the hair desperately needs: hydration. And yes, there's a big difference between a moisturized and a hydrated hair. And until you start to take hydration very seriously, your hair might never get to reach its full potential. Watch this video next to learn all you need on hydration.